tab stacked wall to wall. Iconic arcade customs got them all on call. Mine's hotter than the lava at the end of Act 2. If it's coin op culture, then he's bringing it to you. Yeah, he streams every week, but the clock's never tame. Like a bonus round timer in a high-score game. Stay ready, stay steady, keep that F5 attack. Cause the moment you blink, the Cade is on the track. Hey, let's go, get hyped, the CornerCade is back. Guitar shred hard, like Gallagher in black. Deadline scrolling like...
That's right, the CornerCade is back, baby. Surprise, surprise. We are live and in the building on a Saturday night. And man, oh man, we've had a lot of things happening in the CornerCade, guys. Besides arcades, we got a new AC unit installed. And we're going to really put it to the test because in a couple of days, it's supposed to be like back-to-back 93 degrees here in the beautiful state of Wisconsin. So I'm excited because I'm not sitting here sweating to death, which is fantastic. This AC unit's pumping and it can keep up, guys. Bring in the coolness inside the CornerCade. But there was a problem, guys. We had like 10 guys come in to install this thing, and we had like a new dishwasher put in. They had the whole works. They had to replace a window that was like cracked. We got the whole treatment, guys, but there was a problem. See, there was like 8 guys, and I couldn't stop everybody because, you know, in my house, you got to take your shoes off before you enter, right? Got to take your shoes off. So I have booties. We got some booties off Amazon. You know what those are? They go over the shoes, you know, for maintenance, guys, whatever, in case they don't have them or whatever, because I don't want to sit there and clean the carpets. It's gross, guys. You don't understand what's on the outside sidewalks and grass. I mean, we literally have dogs everywhere in this complex that are just shitting and pissing everywhere. So long and short, I just let them do what they needed to do. But, you know, in turn, now I had to clean the carpets, and we have a giant stairwell. So I am exhausted. I was supposed to go live with this like an hour ago. I wanted to go live and have fun with you guys. But we had to sit here. Me and my wife had to clean the carpet like with the hose thing. You know that attachment that's on the carpet cleaner? Oh, my God. It was just bringing up black water, you know? Oh, my God. But it's all clean. It's all set. House is in order. So, but I had to shower. I was like, this is a train wreck. Guys, this isn't the normal Tuesday let's go show. I know, but we're still gonna have fun, and we're still gonna get going on a Saturday night, having fun with you guys and talking home arcades, guys. We can talk whatever you want to talk about. I just felt like going live because there wasn't much happening. You know, my wife's in bed with the kids, so I figured we hop on, have some fun, just chilling and chatting with you guys and having a blast, as we always do. We have obviously some home arcade news to talk about. We have, well, what's going on here? We got T2, a lot to talk about that. I did a couple videos about that, which some good, some bad. So you got to kind of take the both, and we can talk about that for sure. The Mossy Buck Hunter, is that ever coming to the States? Is that just in Canada? What's going on with that? We can talk about that. And guys, since they kind of, you know, Arcade1up kind of shocked us with doing this, you know, deluxe Terminator, we thought, you know, a lot of this was just dead in the water, right? Still kind of is. But does this signal a little bit of hope for other titles going forward? You know, will your favorite deluxe title be made, guys? All that is coming up next. But first, I want to say hi to each and every one of you guys that are making it through the chat and just chilling with me on a Saturday night. Jason, what is going on, man? Let's go. What's up? How you doing? Thank you for stopping by the CornerCade. We got Damien deal with it. Yeah, there are too many old games that no one wants. Sorry to say it, but I speak the truth. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, we'll get your guys' feedback on that for sure, because I think yeah, you know, you're going to get a lot of rehashes with them, but I think they were able to do Terminator because of the Midway license. So I just, you know, we'll see what happens. Calvin Wong, one of my CornerCade crew members, is smiling, happy to be here. Thank you so much. Julio, thank you so much for attending, dude. One of my moderators. I know you were having fun over with PD7, I would assume. He streamed Saturday Night Gameplay. So Julio, thank you, man, for being here. Let's go. Julio, Calvin, they never miss a show. They're always the first ones in the building, and literally it's like followed right by Sony 4K, one of my channel members, just getting hyped. Let's go. You know, this is Saturday night, so I wanted to play the old theme, or the new old theme, the AI theme, right? Have some fun with that. Now, Jason, Damien, to your point here, Damien, Jason's like, hey, I'm still getting T2. I missed out on version 1 and determined at this time. So, Jason, we're going to talk about that. I know you saw probably my videos that I had out. Made a lot of good points in there, but now you got me live. If you got any questions, we can kind of break this down off the website, because I was hoping to get it as well. We'll see. We shall see. Actually, it's funny because right on the end here, where's my hand? As Mortal Kombat, that's the end of the row, right? And I was looking, I was like, well, I'm not gonna have like the arcade, because eventually this row will be filled like it normally is, right? This middle row, and I'll have like two aisles, right? So I was like, okay, maybe we could put it here, kind of just thinking, getting some plans together, right? And I'm looking at it. So the Mortal Kombat is like, I think it's like 20 inches, 19, 20 inches deep. And the other, the Terminator is like 18 inches deep. I'm like, oh, that'll look weird because you'll see the other cab because you want to like push them to the wall. I don't know. I know I overanalyze, right? Galvin Wong says you could never wear a tank top for summer. I always wear tank top. I wear tank tops to bed. Like I can't breathe wearing a t-shirt. It's like it's too it's too constrictive. Plus we got like 2 kids in the bed. My kids are going through that age where they got to sleep with us, right? They're in that phase. So it's like we got 100 people in the bed, and it's like you're just like this. I'm 6 foot, 235 pounds, dude, and a full tank of whoop ass, and I'm just like hanging on the edge. Like, can I get some sleep here? Julio says T2 might be a Slim Katie, but with some ideas, even rises from Amazon, this thing can be raised 5 inches. Hold on, Julio, hold on. If we're getting risers, we're gonna support our boy G.I. Joel. Okay, he's gonna have the riser. Don't go on Amazon. All right, we're gonna support the local kids, and we're gonna get G.I. Joel's riser. Okay, because that's gonna be integrated. It's gonna look clean. It's gonna look good. This is the one benefit of coming out of this, and we will touch on all this stuff, guys. So keep the questions coming because this is gonna be awesome. Yeah, let's go, Mr. Surprise Show. That's right, man. I like to surprise you guys sometimes. You guys deserve it. You guys deserve it. I can easily, guys, 110%. I got an Amber Ink device. I've been playing a lot of Alpha 2, Alpha 3 on it. Third Strike, it's got other stuff on there. Like my son loves playing Sonic when I give it to him. I could easily be in bed with the family doing that stuff, right? Just easy stuff. But you guys, you show up every day. You show up and you show out. It's time to lock in. It's time to clock in, baby. We got a show to do. And I felt like bringing it to you guys. And I know this isn't the normal Tuesday time slot that you guys are used to. So hopefully YouTube is sending out those notifications because, the CornerCade is here, baby. We're going to have some fun while you're playing your home arcades. So let's do this. Kato, thank you so much, man, for being here. T2 is terrible. No hope for Arcade1up. Now, let me know, Kato, in the chat, what do you dislike about it? Are there things that you like about it? And that's what we kind of can kick off the show here, guys, because this is kind of the direction Arcade1up was going in. And, it's funny because you have like the good, the bad, the ugly, right? Almost. Or like low, medium, high, however you want to phrase this, right? John D and Iconic Arcade or whatever John D is going to put out is always going to be an XXL or an extra large cabinet, right? They're the same difference. So you'll have that. Then you'll have the middle ground with Basic Fun. They're going to do both. They're going to do XL and Deluxe. They even mentioned Slim Katie, but I think they're just going to do Deluxe and XL. We'll see what happens, right? Or Ultra and Supreme lines it will be. And then you got Arcade1up, which is not really doing XL. They're just doing like the Slim Katie and Deluxe smaller version. So you kind of got those tiers that you can kind of, spread the love and trickle through to your home arcade. But let's head over to the EB Games website and let me scroll back up here. All right, so here it is, guys. Straight out of Canada. Canada coming in hot with the leaks here. So here's the machine. We've all seen this, right? We've seen this. If you haven't, if you're new, let us know here in the chat. Let's go, baby. But here it is, T2. In all its glory, Deluxe. I was kind of, I was on the fence when I heard about this because, at least it's something, right? We were saying at least it's something. That's what I was kind of just, at the end of the day, it's something. This is something we've been always asking for Arcade1up to do is just something, right? And now we're getting that. We're getting that just something. And this is something different. It's not a Pac-Man. It's not a Mortal Kombat. It's not an NBA Jam. And it's not a Golden Tee. Speaking of NBA Jam, our NBA Jam Slimcade, which the sale is over now, so if you had a chance to take advantage of that, $150 off. But our Slimcade should be here next week, which will be fun. And if guys, get loud in the chat, because I know Mrs. CornerCade's not watching. If all goes well and we ended up actually purchasing this, which I don't know if we will or not, we're definitely going to do a live unboxing of this sumbitch. That's right. Mrs. CornerCade is coming back, baby. I miss the days that we had the most fun when she would always give me shit. on the show and in the back and forth banter as we're trying to build things. I really do miss those times. And the last one we did might have been the NBA Jam Slimcade. I can't remember. It's funny how it goes around now. It's like we're getting it again, right? So I'm gonna try to do that. Let's see if we can set that up. I'll have to test a different camera angle out because there's different things that we got going on with this new program that we're running on that we can't have multiple cameras. But I digress, guys. I digress. So this, if you float over to the ebgames.ca, it's GameStop for Canada, right? So if you float over there, you scroll down, they got the price right here. I mentioned that this is going to be available at the end of September. So it looks like September 26th is expected to ship on. So it'll ship on that date. And who knows, guys, in the chat, like, this could be just the tip of the iceberg. We don't know if anything else is going to come to fruition or come through the pipeline. That Arcade1up could be, leaking out here. I'll tell you one thing, and just real quick, I'll go full screen real quick. Arcade1up's really got to get ahead of this, and hopefully other home arcade companies can as well, like Basic Fun. Because when we see the port data, it kind of like ruins it. Like, you should be able to I should just go to arcade1up.com or get an email blast or whatever the case may be. And it's like, oh shit, there it is. Look at it. That's awesome. We can see all the pictures, see the promotional videos, know the pricing, games, all that jazz, right? Available on all that fun stuff. And then you can see the port data where it's like, oh, okay, it's coming in. It's going to be here soon, So they really got to get ahead of that. They've never really been good at doing that. And I understand, like, there's a twofold to that, because if you do it too soon, the FOMO it kind of like wears off, right? When it's not going to come for like another 4 months or 3 months, whatever, hit retailers. But I think, you can't really set it up to where you present something with all this port data leakage out there and say, hey, look, T2, it's coming live, T2 Deluxe, guys, and you can get yours pre-ordered right now as it's starting. You can't do that with this port data. The port data ruins everything. It gives it all away. So I like the whole, like, hey, we're unveiling. Arcade1up used to do this all the time. They used to have a show where they unveil products. Remember, they used to have the silhouette, of the arcade in black, and they used to unveil this product, and we were hyped about it. Oh, is it gonna be? Oh my God, it's Blitz, whatever the case may be, right? So they can't really do that because the port data always leaks. We always kind of know it. So it's hard to get ahead of it and just say, hey, look, you can buy it and pre-order it right now, actually, when they release it. So I like that because it's like the hype train is rolling. I'm hitting pre-order. Let's go. But yeah, you can't really do that without the port data. So now that we know that, we found it out, now it's been listed on the website. So here you go, guys. You can scroll down here. We'll get to the pictures in just a second. I think this was the big thing right here. Right below my little circle here of my face, you can see here that this weighs 64.5 pounds. We're going to have that dimensions of 18 width, 18 deep here. And the biggest thing that I stated in my video would be the 61 inches high. And shout outs to you guys in the chat. Let me know the actual height of Terminator. I believe it came in at just over 66 inches, 67 inches. So I was close. I thought it was 68. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while since T2 has, been around here, around these parts. But 5, 6, 7 inches shorter. Yee. Guys, I want you to like really kind of imagine this. That is the exact same height as the NBA Jam Slimcade. That is the exact same height of your X-Men 97. That is the exact same height of Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe. So guys, if you have those cabinets, I mean, hell, on a handbasket, that's about the size right behind me here. If we want to go big one more time here, I got like 4 Bandai Namco cabs. Those are not tall cabinets, guys. Those are 61 inches tall. So it's very concerning. I got to be honest with you, because you're going to be like looking down while you're shooting. I don't know about that. So it's almost like a G.I. Joe inline riser is almost like a guarantee must add with this product. So I hate modding cabinets all the time because it just adds to the price, like Basic Fun, for example, WrestleFest. I'm going to have to do a 2-player from a 4-player, right? What's another $100+ out of the pocket? So it's like, you just got to get it right. You got to get it right. Why was this not, and we'll get to Big Buck Hunter too. They're releasing Big Buck Hunter at the same time that is a deluxe. Why is that 68 inches tall? I don't understand. I'm confused with this. I don't know. It seems short to me, and I'm hoping it's not, guys. I truly am. I'm hoping it's not. I'm going to check the chat in just a second here. But those are your dimensions right there. If we float up here, We can see a couple pictures, a couple rock. We'll rock these pictures out real quick. Let me see what Mister has to say here. It says T2 is a hard pass. Never really gravitated to it when I was in the mall. Way back when, definitely not spending money on it. Here's the thing. I have no nostalgia for this cabinet, right? So this is a good kind of segue point here. Much like Mister here, I don't have any nostalgia for this. I've had the game; it was okay. You know, it was the one game. There wasn't anything else on this. But I think a lot of us are at that point, right? Where it's like we're so sick of just the same old, right? I almost think like if they, and I gotta be honest with you, Chad, if they like re-released and did like a deluxe version of Ridge Racer, I might be in on that. I might be in on that. It's like I kind of miss that. At the time I was kind of over it, but they had a lot more games on there. Wave Racer, there was a lot of cool games on there that I was like, I kind of miss that cabinet. And it sucks because the form factor of that was kind of short, like you kind of felt hunched over playing it. But now that they had the Fast and the Furious release, the deluxe version of that, it's much better to play on, right? Much better to play on. If they did that to a Ridge Racer, I'd be totally in on that. Again, old game, kind of new form factor. Kind of seems like they're taking a step back with this one, a step back. They got this deluxe form factor, but it's like shorter. So I truly cannot judge this thing unless it's in the building and I got my hands on it. You know what I mean? But so just looking at this, I don't know. The depth wouldn't bother me at all. I mean, there's a lot of good, I'm just thinking about it on the top of my head. There's a lot of good deluxe cabinets that I can just name off. Like, can you imagine how sexy an Atari Star Wars deluxe would look like? That one piece design, the kick plate all the way down matching. Like, there's a lot of cool ones. A Burger Time deluxe, right? I mean, you can go on and on. I don't know what kind of licensing they have left. It seems like they're rocking out Midway, and this will float right in there. It's weird because they don't have any Midway logos on here, it's always bizarre. Does Midway still have this title, to this license? Because I know it's on like the Mortal Kombat cap. It's got the Midway branding on there, so you think they would put it on here too. But all in all, I do like how this looks. It kind of predicted how this looks. It's just the height is the only thing that's gonna really be concerning. So let's float through some of these pictures, okay? Good old Canadian, over 1.52 centimeters tall. Was that 5 feet? I just hope that screen is at least higher than Time Crisis. I'm trying to look around. It might actually be the same height as Time Crisis, but the cabinet's not going to be. It's going to look really weird. I'm looking over at Time Crisis. I got Big Buck Hunter Pro, Deluxe, and Time Crisis. It's just going to be really weird looking if it's shorter like that as a shooter. I don't know, but we'll see. We got the two light guns, molded coin door, 1 to 2 players. Let's see here. It's got the one game. That's kind of what we predicted before. And the behind the scenes footage. So it's the exact same thing. I'm hoping, obviously if Arcade1up is listening, that they fix the sound issue, guys. We all know that this cab was super quiet. Like, it was bad. You had to crank it to be able to hear anything. So hopefully they'll get that fixed. I mean, the cab looks good. Obviously we'd love to see some recessed cords, where obviously if we get this, which it's not a done deal yet, guys, we'll do that cord mod that we did originally to kind of hide the cables and the cords there. It's always better to do that instead of having them. We got a cat now, and the cat likes to play with the cords. So I wish I could hide them on Time Crisis and Buck Hunter, but I don't know how to. You can't really cut it into anything there on those. So you'll get the one game over 5 feet tall, which I would hope be a little bit bigger. So this is kind of like the sticking point here. It's gonna be the one game you really gotta like that game to get this cabinet. Really gotta have some nostalgia for it at the very least, and to getting back to that point. I don't have any nostalgia for this, but I think it's for all of us. It's like, man, we just want some new and exciting games to come through. So the CornerCade, and guys, it's already been tested, right? We want it in your home arcade too. Think about it, guys. The John D iconic arcade Street Fighter XXL cab literally shattered home arcade, right? Why did it shatter home arcade? And I knew it would. It's a Street Fighter cab. Everybody's been there, done that. Everybody's got it in their home arcade, right? Well, I'll tell you, it's new Street Fighter games. Alpha 2, Alpha 3, Third Strike of the beef of that cab. You get like 1943 on there. You get a lot of cool games, right? But it's the beef that we've never had before. So it's a new game, theoretically. No one's going to be playing, Championship Edition on there when you got all these awesome Street Fighter games, right? So it's a new game, and it's an XL, which everybody wants XL, right? So it's a new form factor because we've never seen an XL Dynamo cab ever in home arcade, right? We've never seen an XL shooter and an XL racer, which is crazy because those days are coming next year, and I'm very, very excited for that. But that's why it kind of was groundbreaking. It's because, look, this is something fresh, new, and exciting. Now, I'm not saying T2 is, but it's definitely a new game to bring into your home arcade, into the CornerCade, right? And it's something that, like, I have to strongly think about, and I gotta understand, like, I gotta get over, like, the height here, because I'm very confused as to why this would be 61 inches. You can package this in the packaging. It should be able to fit a couple more inches taller. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know where the ball was dropped. Jason says $5.99 would be my guess. That's what I'm thinking for a price point. Yeah, that's where I don't see them going any higher than that. That's very hard. Julio Hernandez says T2 version 1 is heavy and sticks out more than it should. And that's a great point. It's a beefy cabinet. Like, that riser was deep for like no reason, right? It's almost like it was so deep they should have just recessed the monitor, right, and made it a little bit more authentic. And I know there's mods out there that people were doing that, but it's almost like that's how it should have came stock, right? That would have been kind of cool. That would have been dope. And again, not huge nostalgia for Terminator 2, but it is like an iconic thing, right? It is just an iconic name brand recognition that everybody knows that, right? Like, if you actually, you can't see it, but right here, you see my room tour videos, but right here, I have actually a Terminator 2 poster. It's actually one of the T800s or whatever playing the actual arcade game. Like, it's in the poster. All these posters are dope because they're all like cool, arcade 90s, 80s posters, throwbacks. So that's why I put them in the CornerCade. But we got that, and then we have there's like a Terminator marquee actually right there. So we got a T2 marquee hanging up. So it's nostalgic, and that's why I would kind of bring it into the arcade. I think anybody would love to do that, had the attract mode plan while you're not playing it, this, that, and the other. All right, so Tony C, one of my CornerCade crew channel members, says needs to have more than one game. Same issue as before, just a no buy. Now, do you own this one? Tony? Let us know in the chat. Let us know, guys. Let me know, guys, in the chat if you guys own this one or if you are going to buy this one or not. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay. Our cat is in the building right now. I think she opened the door. I'm not sure. I just felt the door open, and Pixel is in the building. So let's go. You might see her in the background here. Yeah, so let me know in the chat, guys, if you own this cab, if you're gonna upgrade, sell the old one. Ironically, I've seen like 4 of T2s posted on Facebook Marketplace. So people are getting ready, people are gearing up. Mariah's saying Ridge Racer would be a great deluxe. Yeah, that'd be awesome. The height, like I was speaking of before, the one-piece form factor would look great. I would actually totally get that. And like Ridge Racer has been done over and over again. It's been done to the bejeebus. It's been made before. It's not really a new game, Tony C saying my modded iArcade has 30 light gun games. T2 is one of them. So you're set, right? You're set. Again, I've always gotten these for the nostalgia of going, seeing the marquee, hearing the attract mode playing, just the room lit up, and you just have that. That's the arcade experience that we all loved, back then and now. So that's why I've always been a fan of the individual machine, but I totally understand why people have a multi-cade, right? Space, money. Some of these turn into what, $600 for a light lamp, essentially, if you're not playing them. So yeah, we'll see. Jason says 1.2 centimeters tall, like, is what? I think that's it's 51 inches is what we're kind of seeing here. Tony C says, how hard would it have been to get the license for Lethal Forces 1 and 2 Konami? Not impossible. That's something we've always asked. I'd love to do a behind the scenes, in the making of Arcade1up, getting Arcade1up people on to just say, look, like, this how and why, like, when like, what's going on here? How could you not have gotten this? How could you not have made this? Like, there's so many questions to be asked. Hold on 1 second. our little one is stuck behind the curtain. I don't know if you saw her jump up. Well, you might have to take a TV timeout. She's stuck behind the curtain. She really wants to look out the window. Oh, she's hilarious. That's like our thing at late at night when I'm like finishing up here. She likes to come in and look out the window. I'm adjusted. I'm a cat dad. You know, I'm adjusted. Hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second. She's stuck and I gotta go save her. Hold on. Let me do this guy right here. Hold on. This is great because I can do this now. Honey? Come in. Want to sit right here? Okay. All right, guys, we're back. I would show you her, but she's a little jumpy. She's still, she's still a couple weeks, getting used to the place. So I would show her on camera, but she's gonna go flying. She's very, cats. They gotta get used to you. They're used to like us, but they're not used to all this bright lights and whatnot. So I had to save the little one. She was stuck behind the blinds. Sir Sega, glad you can make it, dude. Had it, sold it, done. Right? Are you done with the Terminator? I don't know. I think the deluxe form factor, I think that'd be a little bit better for me. I don't know. We'll see. Let me go back up here in the chat. Tony C says, I will wait to make a blank shooter cab and put my shooters in with the Batistera build on a PC. That could be very cool. I mean, Joel definitely can do a lot of cool stuff. I didn't even realize that he could literally make a shell for a shooter shell. That would be really cool. Mr. says, if it was an Area 51, I'd have a different story. Freaking love that game. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they're going to do that. Arcade1up likes to stay in the main kind of Pac-Man, Fast and Furious, like recognizable Blitz, NBA Jam. Like Area 51, to us, that's a cool game, but that's not recognizable to the masses. It just isn't. Even though, things might have sold well back in the day, but they Arcade1up likes to do the sure thing, the sure bet, and Terminator is like a known IP, right? That's what they like to do. Julian says height of the version 1 was 65 inches. Okay. So if it's about 4 inches shorter, is it the end of the world then? Is it the end of the world, guys? If it's about 4 inches shorter, I know every inch counts, right? For you guys in the chat, every inch counts. 19-inch wide, 23 deep. Thank you, Julio. Coming through in clutch. So am I freaking out about nothing? The 4 inches, I mean, that's like a marquee. I really just think it would look goofy. I'm literally looking at, Mortal Kombat. You can see it right here. I just think it would look goofy, just like a shooter cab that small. Maybe I'm just used to like Time Crisis being a behemoth at like 72 inches tall. Maybe that's why. Well, chat, let me know. Let me know in the chat. Am I freaking out? Are you still going to get it? What's going on? Sir Saga says, I don't mind the depth and the width being 18, but the 61-inch tall is a no-go for me. So that's what I said right out of the gate. I was like, whoa. That's shorter than a dynamo. I got 3 dynamos behind me. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Blitz Deluxe someday. Listen, I got to be honest with you. If there's a Blitz Deluxe, I'm all in. I'm all in with that. I got rid of it. I got rid of a lot of cabs, guys, gearing up for this XL. And then the XL is kind of just on a rocky road. We haven't actually got anything XL-wise yet. So I'm gonna collect both for right now. Because I don't really see, guys, let's be honest here. Do you really see an XL Terminator 2 coming out? Do you really see an XL Buck Hunter coming out? I know an XL Time Crisis isn't coming. So I still want to be able to play like some cool games, and we're going to do a little mix mash in here, but I think eventually, as time proceeds itself and goes on, eventually we'll kind of have all the XLs, because there'll be enough like shooters and racers, and there'll be enough variety that you can kind of build out your home arcade more. Steve's Retro Gaming says $5.99 is a ton of money for one game for sure. Yeah, I would agree with you on this one. It's not for everybody, right? And this is the hard thing to kind of swallow, because I'm just saying it's not for everybody, but Arcade1up's trying to do this known IP to sell to the masses. This is very risky, Very risky. Now, I don't know how well T2 sold for them before. I know I picked it up for $350. I picked up Ridge Racer. Oh, God. Guys, you want to talk about the days. I mean, I'm already getting chills. It was like a Memorial Day sales event. Like, I picked up, so it was Ridge Racer. Hold on, let me take a drink real quick. I picked up our cat. She's a long-haired cat, and I can literally see hair floating over. I have the worst gag reflex on the planet, so it's a very bad combination, especially when you're trying to host a podcast show live in front of the world. But I remember picking up Ridge Racer for $350 and Terminator for $350 on the same Memorial Day sale. I was literally like, I went to my wife, I was freaking out. I was like, dude, this is insane. Like, because, you know, T2 alone was $6.99. I was like a buy one, get one. And so I just miss those days, man. The excitement of like finding deals. Oh my God. It's just, now that you're caught up with everything and everything's sold out, it's just new stuff. There's not really deals. That's why we took advantage of that NBA Jam deal. Unfortunately, ours took a crap on us. I was able to sell it though. I was able to sell it. So everything evened out, Stevened out, right? So it didn't cost us a thing. So at least that's something, right? Got to look at everything positively, right? So Steve also says the reason why I bought T2 was to mod it with the retro shooter from Buy Stuff. Now, here's the thing too. So for you guys that missed out on that, or maybe you want a slimmer profile, you know, Julio Hernandez, I know you're tight on space, right? Am I wrong? This one's a little bit, you know, a little bit smaller. Maybe it fits into your home arcade a little bit better, and you can mod it with the retro shooter or anything else, right? You can mod it with anything else. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough pill to swallow. $5.99, but I think that's what it's going to be. Yeah. So I said if we get it, I might do the live build. I do miss that though. My daughter played it with my wife. We played it all the time. If you actually go back on the channel, scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see we made some shorts about it. We did play that. I didn't want to get rid of it, but we were getting Time Crisis. And Time Crisis at the time, it had more games, better game in my opinion. I like Time Crisis personally over Terminator 2. And it had more games. It had like the party games on it, just more with Point Blank. It just had more replay value. So I said, this is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. We got rid of Big Blue, and technically Big Blue is back in the building in the Darkstalkers. It's just reskinned into a Dynamo, but it's the Big Blue PCB that it's using from Arcade1up. So technically we have that back, which is weird. It's weird how just things come and go, right? Chris is in the building, one of my CornerCade crew channel members. Says I own it. So he owns T2. Has the Buy Stuff extended riser underneath and light up marquee front place with the Zabos topper. Gonna sell it. It's mint. So are you selling it because you're gonna upgrade to this, or are you selling it just to kind of move on and get something else? Let me know in the chat. I know Joel's gonna have a good time making a riser for this one because this is gonna be smooth operator. It's one thing I do like over Buy Stuff is Joel's inline risers are just way better. They just bring that deluxe feel. It doesn't look like there's a box on the bottom of your cab. Like I always found that to be odd looking, so that's the one thing that Joel does. He does many things well, but that's one of his products that I absolutely stand by 110%. Mr. says, I have an X-Men 97, Peasant MK2, and Fast and Furious. No more room in my small theater / game room. I'd have to sell MK2 if I wanted to get another cab, and T2 ain't my jam. Let's see what you got. So you got X-Men 97, the Peasant Cade MK2. Why did you opt for the Peasant MK2? And is it the Peasant, the new one that just came out? Or is it the old one that doesn't have the light up marquee, no riser kind of thing, and the Fast and the Furious? So X-Men 97, Fast and Furious, good. Yeah, let's see. Let me know in the chat, because you could do an MK Deluxe. We can bump that up a little bit. Have a small theater game room. It's funny because T2 was like the main, wasn't that a main like theater game? Like that was always at the movie theaters, I felt like back in the day. Like, am I wrong, chat? Let me know. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Because I thought that was always there. That's where I played it. Terminated, That's so funny. But yeah, let me know, because that would be like cool. Like, and that's movie tie-in because it's a movie game. I think you should do that, man. I think you should have T2, Fast and Furious, and X-Men 97. That way, too, Mr. Crimson, is you're going to have then a fighter, a driver, and a shooter. A little bit of variety for your home arcade, and that kind of spreads the love a little bit. That's just my 2 cents. monitor will be too low. I'm hoping not. I'm kind of looking on the offset here. If you're looking at Time Crisis, it's about the same height as Golden Axe. Now remember, Time Crisis got a bunch of bologna sausage on top of that huge marquee and all that jazz. But if you take the heights, that is where I'm almost certain, guys, it's going to be the height of Time Crisis, because I'm looking at it. I can visually see where the marquee would be. Is where the speaker, if you have Time Crisis, you can kind of follow me along this adventure I'm talking about. So where the speakers are is where the marquee would be, and that's about the same height as your dynamo. So if you have a Time Crisis and a dynamo, I'm thinking that's the screen height, right? I'm thinking that's the screen height. We will know if and when it comes into the CornerCade. I'm sure you guys would like to know that as well. Sir Sega, I had 26 Arcade1ups. Now I have 9. It was too much. So what happened? What happened, man? Did you come to your senses and be like, what am I doing? Because listen, I find this hobby to be absolutely phenomenal, right? It is so fun. I know they're toys, guys, but they're so much fun. And you always want to collect them. I wish we had more space, more money. I buy them all, right? I buy them all, make a giant arcade, right? But, my family really loves it. Even if we're just kicking in here and just, the machines are on and we're just spending time talking to each other, watching TV or something. It's just a vibe, and you really can't explain it. But why did you cut down so much? Was it you just had duplicates over duplicates over duplicates? What's going on? What's up, Israel Gaming on the CornerCade crew channel member? What's up, CornerCade? How's everyone doing tonight? What is everybody doing tonight, too? How is everybody's night? What's going on? This is just a kicking it stream. We're just having fun here tonight. Figure I'd go live for you guys and just have some fun. Steve's Retro Gaming says, "Oh my God, Blitz is so great now with the Blitzmas mod." Yes, I never got to do that. I sold that. I sold like KI Blitz. It's a lot of cool ones. In anticipation for that. So let's see here. So we got Blitz Deluxe would be just cool. That would be awesome. I'd be down. Hopefully they do a 2-player. You gotta do a 2-player. Like that's how it's gotta be. So I forgot that CAD was a 4-player because I've always had it as a 2-player. So I've always kept it as that. Okay, so Chris says he's selling T2 for something else. He's selling it for something else. I always wish, guys, that I had like a modded cabinet where I had all the shooter games on it. I think it'd be cool. You could mod Terminator into like Jurassic Park shooter and have like 1, 2, and 3 on there. Oh, that'd be dope. The modding potential is out of this world. J-Rod, what is going on, man? Thank you for never missing a show and stopping by. And everybody's kind of trickling in here. I know this was an impromptu show, guys. Mr. says, old MK2 with no light up marquee. It was the first one up, so I didn't know any better. Hey, Crimson, we're in the exact same boat. I started out the same way. I got my first one from Walmart. I went to the store, was so pumped about getting it. Little did I know that this was going to lead into an entire YouTube channel, an entire home arcade. No effing clue in my life. I bought it, got it home. I had to take the car seats out, and my wife was like, "What are you doing? Like, you buffoon," kind of thing, right? I built it. As I was building it, I'm like, wait a second. This one's supposed to have a light up marquee. It had a wood marquee, right? And little did I know that, like, there was different variant. I knew nothing about this hobby, right? And so I was like, oh, man. So I built it anyways. I ended up returning it. So here's the story, right? Real quick. I built it. My wife loved it. I loved it, obviously. MK2 Deluxe, and then our little one loved it at the time. She's older now. Time flies, right? And so I ended up returning it, doing the flip flop, and we got the light up marquee eventually. But our big 3 that we started out with was Marvel vs. Capcom, MK2 that had the light up marquee, and Pac-Man. So I included my wife right away. For you guys that want to know any tips about how to get your significant other involved in this, right? So I got the first one, Mortal Kombat, and then I said, "Honey, which one would you like? Which one would you like? I want to get one for you." So that was the second one. So she said Pac-Man, and so I said, "Okay, let's do it." So that was the second one. But yeah, that's how it all started. And we had Marvel vs. Capcom. We had 3 arcades, much like Mr. Crimson here. It was in the corner of our apartment. That's how the CornerCade started. We're gonna do like a neon sign. There actually is pictures of this all, like, you gotta go way back in the post on the channel, but if you keep scrolling, you'll actually be able to see it. And we kind of built it out. It got up to like 9-10 machines. I'm like, okay, you literally can't even walk anywhere. We got to like designate a place for this. So that's how it all started, guys. J Rod says, yeah, you're right, Danny. Was always right there to play before or after watching a movie. See, so it was there. I'm not tripping. It was there. That's cool. Okay, yeah. So this has got to go in the theater room, like, or you know, the theater arcade area. You just gotta have it there as part of a nostalgic piece, if anything. Oh, wait, this thing can play too. You know, when people come over, yeah, let's fire up a game. You know, like, that's cool. A driving cab too, 100%. You had a sit down driver there, 1,000%. It was a sit down driver and like at least a couple shooters. T2 was one of them. So true, so true. Hayden Do in the house and our CornerCade crew channel member says, going to CAX tomorrow. Oh, car tomorrow. Hopping to play some Hayden Do. Are you having a fun time on Saturday? What are you saying, man? Get some good proto marble madness, freeze hot rod. Hayden, you're gonna have to re-say all of this because I don't know what you're talking about. See, even like Rainwater saying like, what's CAX? Is it car CAX? Let me know. Oh, okay, PAX. Is it PAX? Is he talking PAX? California Extreme Arcade Convention. Okay, now we're talking, people. Now we're rocking and we're rolling. Can you play Gauntlet Dark Legacy on Blitzmas? I believe you can. Yeah, it's on there. I was hoping Joe Cade would come here. Thank you so much, man, for stopping by, along with B Kirby. Let's go, man. What's up, fellas? Thank you. You know, B Kirby, it's Saturday night in Chicago, man. I'm surprised you're here. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in, guys. If you haven't already, guys, for you new people in the house, give this video a like if you haven't. It goes a long way to supporting the channel and having fun. Jason says, Blitz XL, my man. Yeah, that would be incredible. Blitz was actually one of my favorite games in the arcade. Loved it. Always played it. Even though it pissed you off because, like, you know how it's rigged, like NBA Jam is, like, out of nowhere you'll have like 7 turnovers and then they'll score like 15 threes and you're just like, how did that happen? I was up 20, now I'm down 20. It's just how the arcade was to take your quarters, right? Well, Blitz is the same way. I'll just randomly fumble it and not even have the ball to fumble, right? It's insane. It's insane, but it's still a fun game. Chris said, check out Big Guns Arcade. I'm gonna get their bar top Terminator machine. Okay. Can you do me a favor? Can we take a look at that on the chat? Can you email me the link, Chris? Or one of my moderators, can you throw it in the chat and we can take a look at that? So there's a bar top Terminator machine. I would love to see this. Almost 300 games, monitors and classes. Absolutely sick, Chris is saying. So let's get to the bottom of this. Chris, the email is thecornercade@gmail.com. If you haven't already, let's take a look at that. That's dope. Let me get back to this real quick. We kind of lost track of this. We've been having fun tonight, as always, guys. So this is the dimensions. I mean, guys, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. If 61 inches, if it's not that bad, guys, I think I'm all in. Like, fuck it. You only live once, right? We can sell some shit. We can get there. We can do this. But yeah, I wish this was $4.99. That would be so much of an easier pill to swallow. But yeah, we'll see. I'm kind of thinking the nostalgia is there. All right. So that's T2. We covered it. If you guys had any questions, throw them in the chat, guys. If you haven't seen my videos already, I covered it all. Murph Dog, thank you so much, man. Murph Dog is in the building. He's in the house. Another CornerCade crew channel member. Prince Vinny rolling on in. Guys, thank you for coming in. I was worried. I was like, where is everybody? I know this is Saturday night. Guys, should I just, like the big YouTubers do it, right? Like the big YouTube. I'm not talking, 30,000 subscribers, 50,000 subscribers. I'm talking about millions of subscribers, okay? Like the big dogs, okay? They go live every night for like 14 hours. Is it time? Has Danny from the CornerCade moved into the big time slot where you see me every single night I stream? Wouldn't that be crazy? Should I do it? Should I do it? I don't know what we would talk about. Most of those guys are just playing games and stuff, and they cover a lot more than home arcade. They're talking Switch 2 and stuff. There's other things to talk about, but I'm not a not a big Switch 2 guy, even though I got to play it at Target. It felt great in the hands and it looks beautiful. But this is about the retro arcades, man. This is what tickles my fancy. Be me. Thank you so much, man, for being here. Danny is confused. Thinks it's a Tuesday. yeah, you'll have to catch the beginning of the show. We're to the impromptu show. Just got home. The Cubbies are crushing Boston. Yes, I got the updates on the here. Let me see. I know it was like 6-0 at one point. My phone like sends me these cool updates. So oh yeah, look at hold on. I got this ad here that popped up. Yeah, 6-0. Cubbies, dude. We are 20 games over 500. Looking to get that 60th win the next game. Guys, we got to do something at the trade deadline. Talk about sports. We can talk sports all day at the CornerCade, guys. If you just want to hear me blab while you're playing your home arcades, then let's go. Stupid Fat Habit, tell me the Bears are always down 20. Guys, let me I say this right now. Guys, you're going to watch me till the day I die off YouTube, right? Stupid Fat Habit, guys, clip this. Remind me. I'm telling you, it's going to be bear down this season, and the Bears are going to wreak havoc. I want you to truly hear me out here, okay? Pretty much same team, right? What was the biggest problems, real quick? Let's just put T2 and the Big Buck Hunter off to the side real quick. The biggest problems with the Bears, offensive line, coaching, right? We could probably say that, right? They had a crap offensive line and a horrible coaching staff, right? And they still... yes, I know they said like 4-13, right? But listen. We were literally 5 or 6 games we lost off a last-minute field goal, off a Hail Mary, just dumb, random shit that would never. That's like we could have easily had an above 500 record with all of that. Now we got like an all-pro offensive line that's way better than what it was last year, and a way better coaching staff, guys. Ben Johnson is going to be completely innovative with this offense. It's going to be absolutely insane. And I'm telling you, I don't want to get on the hype train like we always do each and every year, but this season, unless some fluke shit happens, Caleb, Williams, something happens, injuries, whatever the case may be, poo, knock on wood, guys, it's going to be insane this year. And I'm bearing down every Sunday and Monday and Thursday night, ready to let it rip, guys. Clip me, I don't even care, but the Bears are going to be above 500. That's my prediction. At least, I'm thinking at least 10 wins. At least 10 wins. We're going to take the division. Bear down, baby. The Bears are back. Home Arcade is back, and the Bears are back. We're seeing about the height. The BME says it's not that bad if you're 5'5" or shorter. So for my wife, it'll be perfect. For me, it might be a little short. I don't know. Hey, Dude says, in a year, I'm launching my own company, bringing back parts of the past to bring back an authentic future in arcade. Whoa, Hayden, tell us what you're doing here, because that's insane. You're going to start your own company? Wow. Let us know in the chat, man. Let us know in the chat. And Chris said he sent it. Okay, we're going to take a look. Put a booster on the bottom, not a big deal. Here, so Kirby, this is twofold, all right? So he's like, Arcade1up is at least showing some signs of life. 100% agree. It's something, right? We've always just said, just do something, right? Just do anything. Besides a claw machine and a photo booth and a Slimcade, just do something, right? So you're not wrong. But it's like, I'm paying $5.99. I shouldn't have to mod this thing. I'm so tired of that. Listen, I love modding. But I love modding the buttons and enhancing it that way, right? I don't want to just put a new marquee in. Like I shouldn't have to buy a marquee when I'm spending $600 on this. I shouldn't have to make it taller when you're spending $600 on this, or $500, whatever the case, $4.99, $5.99, whatever price point this comes in other Arcade1up products. I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to tinker with the guns and like add weight to them or whatever the case may be. The buttons thing is a preference, right? That's just a preference. You don't need to do that, but it's a preference. But it's not a preference for height or if the washout marquee or the BOE monitor's on a BOE. Like these are all things that should be QA tested and ready to let it rip when it hits the production lines. I shouldn't have to be doing any of this. But yes, at the end of the day, if you have to add a Joel riser or a buy stuff riser or whatever the case may be, get one off Amazon. Then it is what it is at the end of the day, right? There's nothing you can really do about that. But, yeah, let me float over here. Let me pop my email up real quick, guys. Should probably always have this up during the show, just in case anyone does email me. It kind of makes sense, right? Kind of makes sense. Also, guys, if you haven't joined the Discord, go ahead and do so. There should be a link in this video's description to do so. But yeah, we always want to hear your thoughts, feedbacks, reactions in the Discord. and have some fun with just talking what'd you have for lunch, like all this cool stuff, right? We want to see your home arcade tours, modding, anything you got going on. Thank you, Chris, for sending that over. Oh, this guy. Okay, I know what he's talking about. Oh, this thing is gonna be dope, son. Okay, stop. Let me start screen sharing here real quick. All right, where we at? Bam. Okay, hold on a second. Let me go up here. Look at that. It's a whole machine. Gee, did you see that? These guys must be huge T2 fans. How do I get back there? Okay, here we go. Let's pause this real quick. Look at this thing, guys. Look at this thing. How big is this? Can I click on this? Okay. Oh, just $3,000. Okay, here we go. All right, guys, you can go Arcade1up or you can go $3,000. These guys, who you got? Now, this thing obviously is ridiculous. This is so cool. Okay, hold on a second. Is there another picture? Oh, yeah, there is. Okay. Look at that. It looks like they got a washout marquee, but it looks kind of like realistic. Okay, this thing looks dope. I want to see how big this thing is. How big? This looks like a real, like, heavy arcade. And I'm sure it is. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. 300 plus games in this thing. It's running off a PC, Ryzen 5. Okay, let's keep scrolling down here. T-molding. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it doesn't say it doesn't say. It does not say. It does not. Okay, we came here for this shooter box. This is the $2,800 for this thing. This, holy cow, Jesus. I was thinking, oh, it's like about like $800 or something. No, jeez Louise. Well, Chris, no wonder this is probably fantastic. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Let me just, it doesn't say that. That's very odd that it doesn't have the dimensions of the actual cabinet. Okay, let's go to here. Okay, this is what Chris was talking about. I wonder if I can play this without, hold on, let's see. Let's watch something on YouTube real quick. Okay, let me mute this. Let's do this. Okay, I'm going to share this, guys. I'm going to stop sharing the screen real quick so we can watch this video that's on there. We can watch this video and see what's this big gun box thingy all about. Let's make this bigger. How long is this video? Oh, it's like 20 minutes. Okay, here. Let's just watch and listen as we answer to the chat here. We're not going to listen to anything because I just want to mute it just in case. But this thing looks insane. Look at this thing. Holy cow. It's got like its own DMD screen on there. Stupid math is the biggest problem with the Bears was Walter Payton passed away 25 years ago. Is this video choppy for you guys too? Let me know. Sometimes when I play video, it's all choppy. It's all choppy. I want to get away from that. Let's see where we're at here. Yeah, this is pretty cool. So you can customize art, so you can pretty much do whatever you want with this thing. Yeah, that's dope. I'm sure there's gonna be like force feedback. This is actually a really cool solution if you don't have a lot of room in your home arcade. It's probably, you guys like the football talk, huh? We're gonna talk some sports on here now. So Danny, if offer friendly wages if the Bears win 10 games, yeah, I'll take that on the under. Dude, we'll take it. A lunch bet, dude. The Bears are winning more than 10 games. The 10 games is the over under. I got the over. It's a full size. Bar top is more manageable. How's the video? Let me know, guys. Chris Nooner, thank you for being here. Someone said Seahawks, let's go. No, we're talking about the Bears, but I did see someone said a comment about the Seahawks. Big Vicious is in the house, late to the party. What did I miss? Sorry, Danny. Late dinner. And there's a Superman movie. Awesome. Guys, what'd you think? Did you like the Superman movie or what is it, the Jurassic Park movie? Did you guys watch that, like it? What'd you have for dinner, Vic Vicious? We want to know. I still got to eat my dinner after the show here. Is this all choppy? Is it good? I think we're good. Okay, let's do this. Let's fast forward around here. So he's going to show kind of how everything works. Does he show the games? Does it like go on a projection screen? How does this work? So let's see here. Let's fast forward here. Okay, he's on a TV now. He's on a TV. Plugged in. How are you playing Street Fighter on this thing? Like what? I'm trying to look here to see. Let's get a shooter game popped up. Oh man, Terminator, you can actually play like the Salvation. Oh man. Okay, this is pretty dope. Is this like a screen or is this a TV? It's hard to tell. Oh, you think Fox got this? That would be sick. Yeah, this is cool. I don't know. I'm looking at this thing. This is pretty cool. Jurassic Park movie wasn't that great to see, nor so maybe wait till it comes to home, and we could just order it on home. Not worth going to the theater for. I think when you go to the theater, you got to really make it work. Yeah, this is Terminator Salvation, dude. Look at this thing. Okay, this would be fun. I'm not gonna lie. Now $3,000 fun. That's gotta sell a lot of cabs for that. It's gonna sell a lot of cabs. Yeah, you could literally like pick this up, go to a friend's house with it. Like this would be cool. This would be cool. This is dope. I'm not gonna lie. B Kirby says you can either pay big money for a real cab or something like the T2. You just show up for $3K, or you pay $500 or $600, $700 Arcade1up machines and spend a couple of bucks modding it. Yeah, there's a lot of options. You spread out the love. If you don't have a lot of space, this is always like a really cool solution. Put this on a custom pedestal, or find a pedestal you can put it on, and you can kind of have options. It's all about options. So he says TV and subwoofers at the bottom. So that's what this is connected to right now, is a TV. I'm sure they have like the Jurassic Park games on there, and the Transformer games on there. The big Bumblebee one that I saw. That's always at like Dave and Buster's. Tony C said saw Superman last weekend. It was worth watching once. It wasn't a donor movie for sure. So okay, so that looks like Superman is gonna be better than Jurassic Park then. Yeah, Rainwater says, "Do the Browns not realize a bunch of 5, 6, 7 mediocre quarterbacks aren't as good as one?" That's kind of funny. All right, let's see here. Let's fast forward this a little bit. Anything good? Anything good? So it looks like they got Terminator on there. They're gonna load another game. Oh yeah, look at that. There's the Transformers game. I knew it. That's funny. I was right. That is pretty sick, I ain't gonna lie. And you have it paired with your subwoofer. Like I got a kicking sound system in the living room. The sound bar and a sub. That would be really cool. All right, man. Take care, Mr. Crimson. Thank you for coming by, man. Thank you for stopping by. Vic Vicious says Jurassic Park movie was an epic fail. Wait till it comes home. It was garbage. Okay, I will do that. That's interesting. That's kind of a bummer. That's kind of a bummer. J Red says Jurassic Park was mid. Superman was a lot better. Crypto was awesome. So, yeah, this shooter thing is really cool, Chris. Thank you for showing that, man. Look, they got the Nerf arcade. It's funny. They got literally everything. That's dope. Oh, that's cool. I like this. This is neat. So, guys, if you need like a space saver idea, this is it. This is it right here. All right, well, Chris, thank you for showing that, man. That's Bar Top Shooter Arcades, guys. I'll post the link to this in the chat. So you're like, hey, how do I find this? Well, here you go. There it is. Boom. Nothing fancy, just a big fat link for you guys. Can't wait for Fantastic Four. That should be a pretty good movie for sure. Wait, hold on a second, Chris. What did you say? I worked on Superman. Very proud of our work. We made the Raptor suits. Worked on Mr. Terrific. And you work in the movies, Chris? What's going on here, Chris? That's awesome. What the heck? That's crazy. I had no idea. Oh, Chris, the stories you could tell, man. The stories you could tell. Jason says, do you think rail shooters are better than handheld guns? They're easier. I feel like a rail shooter is easier because it's locked in, and you don't have to. I know when I'm playing Jurassic Park, I got both of them. I play, because we've gone to Dave and Buster's and stuff with the kids, and we lock in and clock in, and we're shooting like, I think it's easier, right? Because if you have the light gun, it's a little bit harder. I don't know. I was playing Time Crisis today with my daughter. It was fun. We were having fun. And then my son wanted to play, so then we had to I had to stop, and I was letting them two play. And I always my daughter's 5, so she kind of pretends like she's playing, but she thinks she's playing. And I was like, "Great shot, honey, great shot." And my son's 3, so he can't really dive and dunk and all that jazz. So he's taking cover, trying to hide. It doesn't really work. So the game ends really quick. So they get frustrated really fast. So like, I'm trying here, guys. I'm trying. J-Rod says rail shooter cabs are limited to only certain games. Don't work for all shooting games, but those alien gun games are amazing. Worth it for your home arcade. That's crazy, Chris. You have an awesome job. Chris, that is awesome. Practical effects, suits, makeup, and creatures. Man, the stories Chris can tell, that is so cool. We got someone who worked on the movie. That is dope. He worked on Superman. That's awesome, man. Holy cow. That's crazy. Yeah, look at Big Fish is like, we have a real movie guy in our home arcade community. That's awesome. Look at that. That's cool. You learn something new every day, man. Learn something new every day. That's awesome. All right, let's see here. Let's segue. We talked about T2. T2 is awesome. We'll see here. We'll share the screen because there's another cab, guys, that we got on the docket, right? And it's this guy right here. Okay, so does anybody have Big Buck Hunter Pro Deluxe at all? I do, and it's a pretty cool cab. There's lots of replay value to this guy. So if you don't have it or thinking about picking it up, I would suggest it. There's lots of replay value. Now, this will come out in November. So just as a heads up, or yes, November. Wait, no, I'm sorry. These are backwards. It's available now. You can add a card. I'm like a bozo head. Why were these flipped around? So it's available now. It's available as of 8 days ago. 8 days ago. So yeah, so that's cool. So here's the dimensions here. Am I blocking this? No, okay, good. So you guys can see the dimensions. This weighs 69 pounds, so about 5 pounds heavier than T2. Assembled dimensions is 18 inches width, 21 deep, and 68 high. So this is where like T2 should have been. That's what I'm thinking. It's gonna be very interesting to see what T2 looks like in the height. I'm telling you, it's gonna be interesting to see, guys. Okay, so this one is a mossy oak edition, guys. So I actually don't think this looks that bad at all. Now, you're gonna have some additional branding on here, and I don't know when this will be available in the States or where it will be through in the States. If it's like GameStop thing, or I don't know. I couldn't tell you, right? It's very interesting to see that there's a partnership then with Mossy Oak. Like, I thought this was just gonna be like the what was that? What was that MVC2 cab? The Kith cab? I thought it was gonna be something like this, some Jamoke cab that's not really sold anywhere, but just direct. And it doesn't seem like that's the case. It seems like they partnered with, said brand. Maybe they helped with, they gave them money to put their logo on there. Who knows? I mean, it's kind of interesting to see, is that the future for Arcade1up to gain additional revenue, is to have these sponsors now sponsor these cabinets, kind of like they do in sports. So they put a sponsor on the jersey now, and they put it on the mound, the pitching mound. They put it all over the place, right? Very interesting to see. Could this be the future of how they gain some more revenue? Who knows? You heard it here first. Who knows, right? But they got this Mossy Oak edition. Again, I don't think it looks that bad. I think it looks pretty good for what this is. This is a hunting camo cab. It looks great. This is the same, guys. Same thing as your Big Buck Hunter Pro Deluxe. They make these cords look so much better in these renders than what they are. They literally touch the floor, and they're obtrusive, to say the least. But yeah, you're gonna have the molded coin door, the 17-inch BOE monitor. It's gonna be the same thing as always. I don't know why they say sleek cabinet design. What does that mean? Is that just like the integrated riser? It's kind of weird how they use that. But yeah, it's funny because they made like these screw caps, you can see, like actually blend in. Like the T2 ones, those didn't blend in. They just had them black instead of that like purple. But you can see the dimensions here. The width is going to be all the same, so it matches your other arcades. But the depth, it's going to be a little bit more deep, than the T2, about 3 inches deeper. But it is about 4 inches higher. So it's like, if you're going to do this in this packaging, why couldn't T2 have been 68 inches tall? I guess we don't know until we have it in the house and we can actually see it, right? We can actually see it. So there you go, guys. I thought I'd share this one with you. Is anybody interested in this? If and when it comes to the States, you got the two guns here. This is a huge improvement, just to let you guys know, over the original Big Buck Hunter Pro, the non-deluxe. The first integration of this was very small. It was very, very short. Didn't have a coin door. The one thing I'll say on this one, so if you're looking to upgrade, definitely do it. You have my blessing to do it. That's 110% to do. But the one thing that I never understood is why they didn't light up this marquee. This is the only cabinet that doesn't have a light up marquee, and why they can't figure this out. I mean, we have the Retro 530 marquee. It's a $200 marquee. You don't have to go that crazy, right? But you can at least light this up. I don't understand why you couldn't keep this flat, but just light this up. You couldn't figure out how to do that. That's just odd to me. Yeah, that's the one thing that's this cab has always missed is that light up marquee, because it always looks weird when that's the only arcade that doesn't light up in your home arcade, right? But the packaging looks phenomenal. You know, they do a really good job now of staging and packaging these arcades. It's really eye looker. Like if this was in the store, you know, it might catch somebody's eye to want to buy it. So the packaging is right here. Same with the T2. Did a great job just with the colors and the vibrancy of that package. So guys, let me know in the chat. Does anybody want to get the big Buck Hunter Pro Deluxe? And yes, Chris Nooner, this is still a 17-inch monitor, unfortunately. Yes, I'm on board with Team 19-inch for sure. You know, I played on a 19-inch, and it's just better. It's just better at the end of the day. Garage Gamer, thank you so much, man, for stopping on by. You're back from vacation. If you're not, thank you for catching me on your vacation trip. Let's go. Vic Vicious says, that T2 Slimcade looks like a bummer letdown. The Big Buck looks great. Just needs 2 Glen shotguns and a lit marquee. Yeah, that would be really cool. The 2 Glen shotguns for sure. You know, you gotta hit up Laramie over at Retro 530 if he's still making those. If he's not, tell him to make them. If you're wanting to purchase this, is anybody in the chat here wanting to get this? That kind of missed out maybe on the first integration or whatnot, because I think they're sold out now, to my knowledge. But yeah, you could also do a lot of cool things with this, guys. You can get this to mod it. You got a shell right there. Maybe you have one already. You know, maybe you want to mod this one into something else. Jurassic Park shooter would look phenomenal in this. I like that they changed the edge banding color, because then it opens the possibilities to do other things too. Always helps. Israel says, I love my X-Men 97 cab better. And an X-Men 97 cab, Konami cab as well. Love them both. So he's got those two. Double dip in the chip. You bought the modded one from 19K. B Kirby says, I like this Big Buck Hunter better than the last one. Interesting. So, you know, I'm looking at mine right now. You know, yeah, you know, this actually looks good. Like, it looks better. It looks good. You know, there's nothing wrong with the one you got already, but, you know, you wouldn't buy that just to change it, but you could buy this to mod it. That'd be really cool. I do love that we add that marquee that lights up. It just really sets off the whole thing. And then, obviously, we lit the coin doors up, too. We light all the coin doors up in the CornerCade, so. Let's see here. Sky Black is in the house. CornerCade crew member. Where's the Alien 3 gun cab? Probably better than the T2 arcade game. That is a good question. We have never gotten an Alien 3 shooter, but I'll take it. I'll take anything new. I will take it, guys. So there's those two. Now it brings the question. You know, they're coming out with these, you know, re-releases and whatnot. You know, we've seen this with, you know, Terminator 2 now. You know, this really came out of nowhere, right? Like Arcade1up was pretty much toast. They weren't doing a lot. Now, I don't want to see any Arcade1up is dead videos every 6 months now from all the content creators. But long and short, guys, what would you like to see as a deluxe model? What do we think the possibilities could be? I don't know what licensing they still have left. I know they haven't done a Konami cab in ages, or a Data East one in Burger Time. So you might be able to rule those out. I don't know. But what do you guys think in the chat? What would you like to see? What do you think is a possibility under the licensing that they still have? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I mean, Terminator was pretty much like, that was interesting. Do you think they could do Ridge Racer? We talked about that in the beginning. Do you think they could do a Ridge Racer Deluxe? I would absolutely love to see that. That would be really cool, in my humble opinion. But are you guys gonna get any of these? That would be awesome. Honestly, Jurassic Park would be dope, and that would be right up Arcade1up's alley, 110,000%, because it's a known IP and it has like backing into it. They just released a film, you know, so that would be Arcade1up what they'd be doing. I would definitely get a Ridge Racer Deluxe. The more I'm talking about it now, the more I want it. So they have the license. They have what license? Let me know. Let me know what license they got. But what we're thinking right now, Ridge Racer Deluxe could be possible. I wish I could shoot this through a render machine right away so we could take a look at what this would look like. I don't think so. I don't think they have Konami because it's been a long time, but it would be phenomenal to see a Frogger Deluxe. Wouldn't that be dope? And then that would be cool. That would definitely be cool stuff. Yeah, the more modern Jurassic Park gun games are awesome. I would take the first one. The first one was dope, but if you could do 1, 2, and 3 on there, that'd be phenomenal. It'd be kind of hard though. I don't know if the chipset could run that. I really don't know. But Rainwater wants to see a deluxe off-road super sprint would be incredible. My son all the time. Whenever we go to the arcade, there's a retro arcade that we go to. It's called the Garcade. We've been showing a bunch of tour videos on the channel with that. He always goes to super sprint, man. Always. I would love to. Well, it's an off-road cabinet, but he goes to off-road. I'm sorry. Super sprint though would just be so cool for me. Right, and to pair that with off-road, obviously they would be hand in hand on the same cabinet. That would be like a must-have in the CornerCade 1,000 times over, dude. I would move mountains to bring that in. I love those games. They're so cool. But yeah, I mean, how cool would that be to see something like that? I feel like that's very easy to do, easy and attainable. Dane Marshall, thank you so much, man, for joining us. Needs a Defender Deluxe. Been too long since we've seen Defender. Yeah, I mean, that's possible. That is completely possible. I think it'd be really dope. They still have the licensing for that, so why not? Right? I think it'd be really cool to see an Ultimate MK3 Deluxe, a Defender Deluxe, the right there. Shit, it'd be dope to see a Bubbles Deluxe. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh my god, the marquee. It's so retro, so nostalgic. It would be really cool to see just that. You can even do a gauntlet. You can even do a gauntlet too. But I mean, you have the Midway licensing. Use it. This is all you got left, right? Use it. Universal and Raw Thrills. Okay, cool. So that's who owns that. So XL something other than what's been done. That's always going to be 10 times over what we want to see. Definitely. That's cool. Hayden Dew says off-road and super sprint titles are Warner Brothers and Midway. Wow, I didn't know that. So that would be like totally obtainable, dude. Oh my god. Don't tease me. Don't tease me. I don't think they're ever gonna do it. I think what they've released is what we got, and then if they're gonna do anything, it's gonna be in a deluxe form. A deluxe smaller form. B Kirby says, I think the only license that Arcade1up doesn't have, definitely they don't have Atari. That's 100%. Everything else is pure speculation. Yeah, that's definitely true right there. That's true. Vic Vitch says we need a Frogger. We're not getting a Mappy Deluxe. That marquee is 7 feet tall. All right, okay, what I'm trying to make things smaller to fit in the box. They have to ship a separate box with the marquee. That'd be hilarious. Frogger, I'll take Frogger, Vic. I'll take Frogger. We're working on a deluxe one right now. I don't know what I want to do with that, because I don't know if these modding companies can do the graphics for that. So I might have to do something else, like sell I don't know. That's up in the air right now. I've been waiting for a long time. Yeah, they never like to add new games though, because it costs development and licensing. Who knows, right? Like the hoo-ha that we get from there. And they just don't want to do it. I think it's money and it's laziness or whatever the case may be. Give us a double dragon cabinet already, please, for the love of God. 100%. That's so true. That is so entirely true, man. Oh my god. I wish, man. When we saw that one from John D out, I want that now. That marquee looks gorgeous. So nostalgic. So Hayden says, love Mappy, the only Slimcade I'd actually buy. That is, I don't think they'd be able to support that marquee, that big marquee that's on top. That's so funny, dude. How do you play Mappy? Me and my daughter were trying to play that. So I'm jumping on the trampolines. I'm getting like the icons, right? But then the guys they just kill you right away. Can you fight the guys? Or do you just, it's like Pac-Man where you have to get away from them? I'm not a Mappy expert, guys. I got to be honest with you. I don't play Mappy all that often, but me and my daughter were trying to figure that out. You just jump on the trampoline. You're going to the different levels. You're collecting like the icons, like the TV or whatever it is. But you're like a cop, right? You're a police officer, and those are the bad guys. What's going on? Help me, give me a gist of Mappy real quick while we're here live, baby. Let's go. DW says, I have a question. Deals a little with gaming on the MetaQuest. was hard to learn to operate it. What's your question, buddy? I'll see if I can help you. I'm not a MetaQuest, expert, but I have played enough rounds of walkabout golf to kind of know my way around. Yeah, we're waiting on graphics. So right now, I don't know if you've seen like the room tours, but I have the Frogger PCB and encoder board. It's all in the Pac-Man Deluxe. It is running right now. The Frogger PCB. So I got Time Pilot and Time Pilot 84. But I just need graphics, marquee, all that jazz. And like the modding companies, I don't want to take this apart to give them measurements because that's a pain in the ass. And now I got this cab that's taken apart. I got to put it back together, but then I got to wait because why put it back together when you're going to take it apart again when the graphics come in, right? So I'm giving them measurements to all these companies, but they're kind of just like, I should honestly just hit up G.I. Joel, to be quite honest with you, at this point, because he's putting graphics out left and right. So maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I got to come to something. I got to do something with it. Otherwise, I just got to sell the Frogger PCB and encoder board, which is that's a hot commodity. I got a hot ticket on hand, right? And then maybe just sell the cabinet or do something with that. But I wanted to do a Frogger Deluxe. Hayden says Primal Rage was supposed to be included in the first live Legacy cabs. Really? How do you know that? That would have been interesting. Sky Black says Streets of Rage. Ever get an arcade cabinet? Those games are awesome. I don't think we would ever see that, unfortunately, at least from Arcade1up. Yeah, Rainwater says he already has Double Dragon skin to iArcade. It's beautiful. Has the Double Dragon games. Yes, that one looks really cool. If there was any iArcade I would get, it's the iArcade Gold Double Dragon. That would be the one right there, and it has a 19-inch screen. It does look really good. Vic Vicious says, Danny, we never thought in a million years that T2 would be re-released, so anything is possible. Vic, you're right. That's what fueled not only my videos, this live stream. It's been a little slow. Guys, when I make videos, I like to talk about things that I'm passionate about. And I'm not just going to put up a video every day just because, right? Like, it's just, I get you got to stay in the algorithm, but if I can't fake it till I make it, guys. It's got to be something I like and something I want to talk about. So what he's saying here is we could get a Dragon's Lair Deluxe. Guys, can you imagine? Here, a little disclosure. Whenever I fall asleep at night, I always think like home arcade, right? So I always think of like stuff in the home arcade. It kind of just soothes me and I just fall asleep, right? We all have this is my hobby, man. It's my hobby and I'm sharing it with you guys. So last night when I was falling asleep, I was literally thinking, man, what we could get, what could we get? Can you imagine a Dragon's Lair? Like I was thinking to myself, like all of these ones that Vic is actually naming right here. So Burger Time, Frogger, Tron, Dragon's Lair. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I said self, there's a reason why you sold these, but out of those, never had a Burger Time. Actually would get Burger Time. Burger Time is fun. I've been playing that at the real arcades. I've been playing it on a TV. I got a mini PC hooked up to it. Kids love it. They think it's funny when you put the pepper in the hot dog. It is funny. Like, you got these hot dogs chasing and whatnot. Like, it is funny. It is funny. But a Frogger Deluxe, yes. Okay, yes. Tron Deluxe, yes. Burger Time Deluxe, yes. Dragon's Lair Deluxe would look fantastic. And first of all, they got to fix that because it's way too short. It was way too short of a cab to begin with. You got to buy a riser right out of the gate. But Dragon's Lair is interesting. The cab looks gorgeous. And in a deluxe form factor, it would look absolutely phenomenal. The cab looks great. The Dragon's Lair, like that is like iconic, right? The attract mode is phenomenal. But the game itself stinks. Like I can't take it. It's just so bad. It's not, listen, I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate in the chat, okay, for you Dragon's Lair fans. It's just like it's very difficult, okay? I'm gonna say that. It's very difficult and it's frustrating as all hell. And I wish it would just tell you on screen and it was your reaction time, right? It's like I don't even know what to do. I'm supposed to go up, down, left, right. What am I supposed to do? Right? Like so I would get past certain points. I mean, I guess that's probably the whole point of this, right? It's just like the laser disc games, me and my wife were just like, it's cool. It looks great. The cabinet looks phenomenal. If I had like a basement where I had like 50 of these things, Dragon's Lair's in there, right? Because somebody's going to come down and somebody's going to play it. Like I told you, the attract mode itself, the cabinet itself, the shape, the style, everything's beautiful, right? But when you're kind of limited on, back when we had a smaller room, we were a little bit limited, right? We could fit like maybe 18, 20 cabs in there. It was kind of picky or choosy a little bit. Well, if this one's not getting any play, much like in a real arcade, we got to move it. We got to move it. And it's funny because we've had all of them. We've had Tron, Dragon's Lair, Star Wars, and Frogger. We had all of those, and they all got moved. Isn't that crazy how like you upgrade and it's just like it's crazy? Because I was thinking back, we all thought all this stuff's gonna be released in the deluxe form, so I'll sell it now, I'll get it later. We're good. I'm gonna get the Yoga Flame now, the Shinku Hadouken, and then we'll get the Frogger Deluxe when it comes out, and it never did. A lot of this stuff never came out. We never truly got that Star Wars Atari Deluxe. They got close with the riser, still looks better. Got the black trim on there. Coin door looks great, right? But it just never got that integrated riser, that deluxe feel. If they ever come out with that, the XL is going to look phenomenal. If Basic Fun can pull that off, oh my God, that's definitely coming to this home arcade. I'll tell you that much. Let's see. Yes, Primal Rage 100%. So that was going to come out. That's crazy. Let's see. How do you get another account on a different one without buying the game twice? Oh, you can like gift the game. So my MetaQuest users in the chat. So like me and my wife, like I can, if I'm playing it, I can gift her the game. I think it's like a one-time gift. Or if you're under the same roof or something, like the same internet, you can like, she can just play it, or whoever's. I think that's how it works. I think I've only done it once, but I think that's how it works. Yeah, the videos would look confusing. I think that's how. Can we help DW out, guys? Anybody got a MetaQuest in the building? How to get another account on a different one without buying the game twice? Can't you log in, log out, or do you have to? I think you can unpair it, right? You can because isn't your account only paired to one device? No, you can add a device. I think you can add multiple devices. It's in the app. You got to use the app, and you go down to like pairing or devices or something, and it's there. Dave Marshall says, I don't know why they never did an Asteroids Deluxe while they had the lights. Yeah, that sucks. That does suck. I wish they would have done something too. I wish they would have done more with Atari than what they did. It seems like Atari is really eager to want to do these cabinets. I mean, they were shopping their cabinets and games to companies to say, look, can you make us arcade cabinets with our games on it? Wow, okay, so John D talked about it on Facebook. There's a demo emulator, but I can't drop the link that the ROMs are built in. Interesting. That's cool. Yeah, Prince Vinny is saying you die so fast in that game. It's not even like a real game. It's more like a movie. Yeah, it's just every time. Every time. Ghosts and Ghouls and Goblins was super difficult. About 5 months later, I beat it. Don't give up on Dragon's Lair. Yeah, but that's more like a game. You can kind of control a little bit. It's just like the laser disc. It's like you're watching a movie and you don't know when you're supposed to move. I know they give you the chime, but it's like it's too late. You gotta have like reaction skills like up the wazoo. Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts is a good game. I like that one. That'd be beautiful in like a deluxe form factor. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Jason says, do you think Time Crisis cab is an XL technically, other than the big screen? Could it get any bigger? Technically, it would fit. I think when I think XL, yeah, you can upgrade it to a 19. It would pretty much like blend in with XLs, right? As far as height goes, but it's the width. When your other XL cabinets are 22, 23 inches, 24 inches wide, and this thing is 18 inches, like a skinny banana, it does look a little different. But again, arcades were all different, back in the day and today. You go to a retro arcade, everything looks different, right? So it would fit in just fine. And yeah, before I used to be a real stiffler for like not mixing the deluxes with the XLs. I have an XL right now and it's fine. I was able to get over it. My wife helped me get over it. I was very like, very anal with that kind of stuff, right? But it's fine. We're going to slowly make the transition. And it'll be okay, because you're going to have certain cabs that are going to come from certain people, certain places, and, not everything's going to be offered in a deluxe variant. So we're just going to roll with the times. We're going to get the games that we want in here and have some fun. If an XXL comes out where it's a double dragon and they don't come out with the deluxe, then we're getting the double dragon, right? Just move the drill, right? And eventually your home arcade will start to mold. Where I envision is like XLs would be on the outside, and the deluxes, the 6 or 8 deluxes, then we're able to make the cut would then move into the middle, right? Back to back, and then we would slowly chip away with things like that, right? So, you'd have like, you can see around the arcade here that what would stay, what would go, it depends what you're getting in XL. I don't need this Street Fighter cabinet if I get the Alpha XXL, right? Kind of redundant. So maybe the Darkstalker stays, right? Maybe the X-Men 97, then we mod into a Children of the Atom stays because there's not a Marvel XXL, right? So you kind of just move around and you start to collect those things. So Hayden says Atari 50th was the Atari Deluxe, but it looked weird with the trackball in the middle. Yeah, I mean, you could always reskin it. But yeah, that Atari 50th too had like line of sight issues. Like if you were standing straight up, there was cut off. It should have been like 63 inches tall. I think it was 61 inches tall. So it's kind of disappointing. It's kind of disappointing cabinet. And I know the Asteroids game itself, there was like some cutoff at the top from the game itself. So they had to update that with a patch that we never got. And we had the Atari 50th in here. Kind of wish I would have kept it. It's funny how you wish you would have kept things when you sold it, right? I had no idea that there was going to be not another Atari, right? Like I thought for sure an Asteroids Deluxe was coming. I was like, I'll just get that because this one looks kind of weird, But yeah, it kind of sucks. But I'm really excited for the XL Centipede to come out. That will be really cool. So we'll see what happens down the line here with some product. I mean, this is just a start, guys. This is just a start. This big Buck Hunter Deluxe Mossy Grass Edition or whatever. This is gonna be the start with Terminator Deluxe. Guys, are we getting it? Can I put a poll up in here? I think this is just the start of Q4, baby. This is just the start. I'm curious to see. All right, Are you lying? That's what it says. Are you lying? T2. Okay, there we go. Get the B in there. Okay. Boom. Let me know in the poll, guys. Let's get a poll started. We haven't gotten hyped all night here. Let's go. Let me know what you think, guys. The poll is here. Are you buying T2 Deluxe? That's kind of like the big one, right? Like that's kind of like the one that's the big Buck Hunter is just a reskin, right? But this is something that's kind of like a redesign, So yeah, honestly, Hayden, I'd rather take the 6-player X-Men, that prototype. Oh my god, that's insane. But he said, can we get the 720/tubing cab leak? Like that would be another cool one. C North, you're out. You're not buying 100%. You're out. Everybody's like, no, we're not getting it. It's funny. Guys, let me say this. Let me put another one. Put a 1 in the chat. If we sacrifice ourselves yet again, if we lay on the sword for the community like we did with the NBA Jam Slim Katie edition, and we do a live unboxing of T2, would you guys watch that with Mrs. CornerCade in the house? Put a 1 in the chat if you would watch us unbox, do a live unboxing of T2 Deluxe. Should we do it? There are going to be other cabs to buy, so it's going to be very interesting to see where this goes. Guys, let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see a T2 live unboxing, if we should lay on the sword again for the community and do this. Man, an overwhelming... We only got 11 votes so far, guys. If you haven't voted, we got 32 people in the building. Let's get that vote in there. We got 91% no. 91. Who's the one person that said yes? Who's buying this thing? Who's buying this thing? All right, looks like J-Rod, Kirby, Tony C would love that. Let's go. I miss the days where we were building the cabs. I do. I miss you guys. Well, I see you guys all the time, but Mrs. CornerCade misses you guys for sure. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. He says, Danny, if your family sacrificed for the community, when you buy stuff you don't necessarily need. We probably sell some stuff though. That's kind of I used to just get cabs like straight up, and I'm like, can't really do that. So I want to be able to, we can move some things. I have in the back pocket, guys. I got some stuff that we sold from Blitz and KI, a bunch of cabs back in the day, and I have behind me. Do you see the duplicates? Do you see the duplicates, guys? We got Pac-Man, and then we got Miss Pac-Man, and that was done because we got killer deals, brand new in box for all of those, except for the Pac-Man. The Pac-Man was used, but barely. Guys, the Pac-Man we bought from across the street. We just walked it over. But yeah, so if I sold those, we'd be in pretty good shape, to be quite honest with you. And I would trade. That's the one thing. It's like, do you trade 3 Namco Pac-Mans to bring in a T2? Maybe because it's a different game. It's a different game. I know it's hard. It's just that one game. I know it's hard. It's just the one game. Jason says, I'm in the market for a shooter, leaning towards the buy stuff shooter pedestal so I can have a bigger screen. That would be cool. That would be cool. Shooters on a big screen are always better. Bigger is always better. Truth of the X-Men, it was too big to flat pack. John D said it would be a shipping nightmare. I would do whatever it took to bring that to the arcade. That would be phenomenal. Mrs. CornerCade would literally have a heart attack, and so would I. We'd both be in the ER, and we both need extensive recovery after the 6-player X-Men, but that thing would be absolutely awesome. It was rumored to have, what, a 24-inch screen in that thing. So damn cool. Like, it was like a wide screen. Oh, my God. You should have kept Dig Dug. You're killing me. Okay, AC North, listen. Technically speaking, I sold it to the Be Me in the community. So I got to see the Be Me. He's a cool guy. I technically traded Be Me to help the channel because I technically traded my extra MK2 Deluxe that was going to mod into something. These modding companies, they just take too long, right? So I was going to mod. I technically sold the Dig Dug Legacy and the Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe for the Alpha 2. I think anybody in their right mind is going to make that trade 100%. So I technically did that. So Be Me, thank you for buying those cabs. And if I got any more for sale, which I'm sure things will be afloat, Be Me, I'll hit you up for sure. Perfect Store Gaming is in the house. Danny, you clearly are not hyped enough. You got to be shaking the camera. Got to wake up. No, I was told, guys, I'm too hyped. See, like, the big dogs are more calm. You know, and they get like over 100 people watching them. So I got to be, more middle-aged, calm, relaxed, and chill. And I got to just not, I got to be cool. Like, cool as a cucumber, right? Okay, let's see here. Israel Gaming says, my guy, Perfect Store Gaming. How's it going, bub? How's it going, man? Let's go. Let's see. Izzy, sup, my brother? I start back in September for my lives. If you'd like to come to season 3, okay. So we got, look at that, Izzy. You got an invite here. I'm not even paying attention. Hold on, my door open. Give me 1 second. The door. It's like we're haunted tonight. The door just keeps opening, and it's like we're haunted. We got a ghost in here. Big Vicious is Danny. Joel says he will be able to build a 6-player X-Men. Oh my goodness. G.I. Joel. Well, we know the Joel Tendo cab is coming, and that is, I've seen the boxes and everything getting and shipped out. Can you imagine a 6-player X-Men? Now we said that to be a shipping nightmare. So could Joel do it? Could he ship that out? But the next cabinet is going to be I'm trying to think here. The next cabinet is going to be the Robotron cab. So that is going to be really, really exciting because we're going to get a lot of cool kind of form factors, guys, that we weren't actually like expecting. And 6-player X-Men could be one of them. Well, Perfect Storm Gaming is blowing up the chat. This is great because usually I'm doing this on other shows. So keep it coming, man. We need some engagement in this chat. Wait, speaking of engagement right now, we've got 93%. Listen, I don't have to out you here. But who's the 2 people that said yes, they want to buy this in the chat? So 93%. That's crazy of no. Okay, let me scroll up here real quick. Let's see my top 3 in the house. Top 3 fans in the house. The top engagers. Rainwater is right now taking the lead with 125 experience points. Israel Gaming is second. We got a 3-way tie. Jason Haley, Israel Gaming, and Rainwater are all tied with 125 experience points. You guys are crushing it tonight with the engagement. Absolutely love it. Let's go, dude. Oh, shoot. Whoa, so that's that, guys. That's that in a nutshell. It would be cool. To see a bunch of cabinets that Arcade1up could re-release into Deluxe, right? There's a ton of titles out there. That's right, dude. Get hyped, baby. Let's fucking go. Moderators delete the T2 buyers. No, who I mean, should we do it, guys? Should we lay on the sword? Should we do it? That's funny. That's fine. We'll have to definitely discuss that with the wife. I didn't know that would. I'll go ahead and end the poll. I didn't know that that would be that many people not wanting to buy this thing. You know, is it because the 61 inches? Did you guys watch? Did you guys watch? Hey, now sending you photos of the new Atari cabinet at CAX. Ooh, yes, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Connell's late, but he's just getting here, baby. Another CornerCade crew channel member. Thank you so much, man, for stopping by. I know it's an impromptu stream. You're not used to seeing me on Saturday, but I'm thinking, should I gotta go Tuesday, right? I gotta go Tuesday. Everybody's gonna be. We gotta talk about something Tuesday now. We gotta talk about something. So no, smaller is never good. Yeah, smaller is never good. That's yeah. So I don't. We're gonna see. I don't know. It's very disappointing to see that height because I thought it was gonna be the same one, clocking in and locking in with just a smaller, slimmer profile. Damn. Yeah, it's that new recharge game, that Atari recharge thing. Yeah. Yeah, that one looks cool. Yeah, those retro recharge games are they're doing something right over that Atari. They look good. Just Vic Vicious says, just pray that Arcade1up doesn't release every cab that has a riser into a new deluxe form factor. That would be nice. I mean, that's kind of like, I mean, where else do you go, right? I mean, you gotta sell something. You can't just sell nothing. And I'm glad that at the end of the day, at least, guys, at least they're not using the bad monitors, you know, the 15, 13-inch monitors, whatever those were, in these deluxe variants. They're just saving those for the cost-cutting $299 line. At least we're getting that, right? All right, guys. It's time for me to get on out of here. I will see you guys in the next one. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. We're at like an hour and 40 almost. I got to leave you wanting more. You know what I mean? Got to leave you wanting more, guys. Thank you so much, man. Everybody for being here, guys. If you haven't already, please give this video a like on your way out. I hope you guys can enjoy your Saturday night with your boy. We'll be back Tuesday. I don't know what we're going to talk about, guys, because we pretty much covered the whole show in this show. But we'll figure something out, chat. You gotta come up with some ideas. Let's go. Light it up. Light it up as we leave, guys. I love each and every one of you. We'll see if the CornerCade can acquire a T2 or not, or if we should. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother discussion for another day, guys. Let's do this. Let's go. We're going to head on out of here, guys. Let me know your thoughts, feedbacks, comments, and reactions about the show. What do you think? Is Arcade1up going to re-release anything? What do you want to see re-release? Leave a comment down below. And are you going to get the T2? It's probably an overwhelming no. We had 93% of the people say, nah, I'm good. I don't know why wouldn't you get it though? Let me know in the comments. Is it the height? Is it just the height? Let me know down below. Is it just the one game you're like, dude, I'm over it. I want to get something else. I would love to know what you think about that, guys. As always, give this video a like on your way out. Get up or get out the way, guys. We will see you Tuesday from the Let's Go show. Chilling and chatting, walking and talking, moving and grooving, squatting and speaking, baby. We are back and in the building. And like we always say, Home Arcade is back. Let's fucking go. That's right, guys. This has been another great show. Love each and every one of you guys. We will see you all in the next one. Peace.